I think it's a very inspiring place. People have always come here for the beauty, for the peace, for the quiet, for the tranquilness, for the age of the hills, for the magical, mystical, and it's attracted creative people for years and years and years. C.S. Lewis, Elgar, all of the big characters. And we've got lots and lots of creative people who've come here, inspired by the hills, I think, and inspired by, I don't know, it's just a very different atmosphere when you get here.
This event here in Malvern today is our first on plein air painting competition event.
On plein air means outside, painting outside. You bring a canvas or whatever, could be a piece of wood, could be cardboard, could be paper, could be anything you like. And then you go off into the area and you paint. You have 3 hours, 4 hours to get your inspiration down on canvas. The theme is the spirit of Malvern.
I live between Reading and Basingstoke in a little village. And as I was driving in today, I thought, I wish I'd got my painting stuff with me. And then I remembered I was on my way here to paint. So there's a nice sense of relief. I haven't even walked around and explored. I've just thought, this is enough. And if I was here for a longer time, you know, I could fill up a whole box of canvases.
Malvern has a great many beautiful local areas, so you can go off and you can do a landscape, you could go off and do a townscape, you could do an urban picture, you could do a picture which has figures and people in it.
We wanted it to be as wide a grouping as possible so that anybody could find anything that was inspirational. You know, the grass, the rhododendrons, the statue, the views. It literally is what fills you with happiness when you see it and you go, that's what I want to paint.
I haven't really painted for a long time, so I don't really know what to do. So I'm just going to get some colour down and then do lots of big marks. That's kind of what I do. Quite abstract, so a bit different from everything I can see around me.
The spirit of Malvern is really personal, so it's whatever Malvern means to you. If you're fresh to Malvern, what struck you this morning when you came in? What did you think? Wow, you don't see that everywhere.
Some people will be looking for the landmarks and the obvious, but I kind of like to look behind the scenes, like look for hidden paths or hidden gateways or doorways that lead you on to different areas. Because I think there's a lot behind a lot of the walls, a lot of history, a lot of stories. So I think that's where the real spirit lies, in the community.
You might like walking on the hills, you might have a favourite coffee shop. It's entirely related to your experience of Malvern, but we wait to see what people make.
Well, I used to go to school at the college here. My brother had shared a study with Monty Don. When I was at school here, it was to walk for 5 minutes and be in the wilderness. And of course, I was actually at school and my parents taught on the other side in Cornwall. And I always thought it was a bit unfair that they had the sun all afternoon and Malvern was in shadow.
We've gone far and wide with it. We've really kept away from this amateur or professional labels. Anybody can enter as long as you're inspired by the theme, the spirit of Malvern.
So we've had entries from all over the UK. It's a national and a local competition, and we're making sure that local people enter by offering a local-only prize. National artists are also very, very welcome because we want to showcase Malvern across the UK. We want artists to come here to see Malvern, to paint it, and then to pop that on their social media and show the rest of the UK what a great place Malvern is to paint and be an artist.
It's just such a picturesque place, and the hills in the background. It's the first time I've been here. It looks really interesting, all the old buildings and the view, the distant views.
And once you've made your painting, you have to have it back to the finishing point by a certain set time, at which point they are judged and prizes are handed out.
There is a prize that is the main prize, anybody can win. And there are 5 other prizes under that umbrella that anybody can win. But then our second biggest prize is one just for locals, and that's called the postcode prize. We want to encourage our local artists and we want to welcome our national artists. The work is absolutely amazing, and when you see it all together in one room, which is at the pop-up exhibition, each one just has something different about it. I'm just so impressed with it, really. You can tell through the work that people have really enjoyed themselves. It comes sort of singing out of the pictures. They're really positive. I just think as a body of work, it really sums up Spirit of Malvern, and I'm really, really pleased with it. Painting just speaks to you sometimes. It could be the colours or the intricacies of some part of the painting, or it could be the subject matter, it could be something that is really close to your own heart. But something that as you're just walking along just makes you stop. I don't know what that is, but it is a thing, and it's a real thing. And you see other people doing it as well. They suddenly stop and they're like, oh, and that's a painting speaking to you. And yeah, and it hits different people in different ways.
And finally, the winner of Spirit of Malvern. Number one, the winner is Maria Rose. So congratulations, Maria.
It's a complete shock. I mean, I'm absolutely delighted. I've never been to Malvern before. I didn't have any preconceived ideas of what I wanted to do. And it was complete potluck finding that view, but I knew I wanted to get up high, get some of that aerial perspective, that lovely heat haze that we've had today, that feeling of early summer, and started walking up the hill, and thankfully it paid off because that view was just kind of exactly what I was looking for.
Trees like dancers in the breeze reach out to me. I know I'm never alone in paradise.
We hope it's going to be the first of many plein air painting competitions, and that we have a really good feedback and buzz from our day today, and that moving forwards, who knows, we may have different age groups or some different areas. There's plenty of scope for development.
It's been brilliant. It's been our first on plein air event and our first event which has gone national as well, and I've just been delighted with the pickup. Been delighted with the surge of support that we've had from it from across Malvern. So many people have come through and helped us out. I just know that it's only the beginning of some exciting things. Next year is going to be bigger and brighter and more beautiful. This is going to be a bedrock item that is in our plans going forward. So it just couldn't have gone better.